We'll start with a session on how to use WhatsApp paid API efficiently. So we will see some of the cost saving methods and how to aim for 100% delivery rates. Nowadays, we are seeing the delivery rates are decreasing, right? So we will see some of the methods which you can follow to increase the delivery rates. Okay. So basically, this is very short session. We'll complete it off and high impactful session as well, right? We will not eat your weekends. Now we'll see what are the topics we are covering. We are covering like basics, like what about the pricing of WhatsApp Business API and how to make use of your 24 hours free messaging window, like getting best out of it, and how to use utility templates. Most of you will be using marketing templates, right? But how to use utility templates, which is low cost also, and how to achieve delivery rates with that, right? And how to encourage users to initiate the messages. We will see that as well. And how to control bulk messaging, or what are the things you have to follow while doing bulk messaging. This we will see. And how to use chatbots to save costs. Okay, so these are the topics we'll be covering today. So moving on, firstly, WhatsApp Business API pricing model. So you know that Meta charges per conversation charges. Per conversation, there are two kinds of conversation. One is business initiated conversations. Now let's say if you are sending promotional messages or marketing messages to the users, it comes under promotional messages and the business is initiating those conversations, right? So these conversations will come under business initiated conversation, and also customer support messages, right? And the second type is user initiated conversations. So in this, every month you will have first 1,000 conversations free, right? And it is for every month. After that, businesses, whatever the user are initiating the conversation, will also be charged per conversations, right? So these are the two types of conversation. One is a business initiated conversation and the user initiated conversations. Now, I also told you about 24 hours window. 24 hours window in the sense, if the user is initiating the conversation with the business, maybe they're asking some query or some support, anything, then a 24-hour session will be activated. So in that 24 hours, you can send unlimited free-form messages. I'll just show you in BSM dashboard. So here, if I'm going in the inbox, right? So here we have an option to check active. Active in the sense all these users have texted you in 24 hours, in last 24 hours. So here you can see the timing also, the 24 hours window. So in this 24 hours, when the session is active, you can send free form messages and you can send, n number of messages. There is no restrictions on that. There are no charges on that. There is no extra charges on that. So you can send the messages. You need not send template messages, which are chargeable. You can directly send a session messages. And in this window also, if you want to send, or you already have a template with an answer, you can send a template. You can send a session message, and you can also send a sequence message. Sequence message, I'll explain you about that. Okay, so you can make use of this 24 hours window, and we'll see how you can leverage this 24 hours window. Normally, when you're sending messages, you can ask your users or your team members to reply as fast as possible so that you can make use of this 24 hours window. And also in this 24 hours, you can upsell or cross sell your products or whatever the other services or products you're giving them. You can tell them in the 24 hours window so that you are starting a new conversation, but without the charges, right? This is the one thing you can do. And the second most important topic is using utility templates for 100% delivery rates. So you know that in WhatsApp paid API, there are three kinds of templates. One is a marketing template, authentication template, and a utility template. So what are marketing templates? You know, if you are sending promotional messages or webinar invites or offer messages or webinar reminders, all those comes under marketing messages or marketing templates. Or if you are sending any login credentials or OTP, something to verify, that comes under authentication templates. And if you are sending any transactional messages or payment successful messages, all this comes under utility template. Okay, so these are the three kinds of template, and Meta charges different, like 0.78 paisa for marketing templates and 0.115 for authentication templates, like 0.25 something paisa for utility templates. So comparatively, marketing templates have higher charges, right? So what you can do for marketing, coming to a marketing template, we see the cost is also higher comparatively, and the delivery rates also decreasing. Why the delivery rate is decreasing? In the sense, there is some template like marketing template delivery policy. What does it say? Like WhatsApp limits marketing messages to the users who aren't engaging. Means, let's say you're sending some message to the users, and that particular user is receiving message from 10 other marketing he's receiving 10 other marketing messages from 10 different businesses, but he doesn't read them. Then WhatsApp will restrict further marketing messages to that particular user for specific period. Okay, this is marketing template delivery policy. So a particular person, if he is getting 10 marketing messages from different businesses and he is not reading it, then WhatsApp will not send further marketing messages to them, to that particular person for specific period. Only the marketing templates, right? So this basically helps preventing spam and those things. But seeing from business point of view, it is decreasing our delivery rates, right? So what we can do is we can use utility templates. Utility templates, I already told that like transactional messages or payment success messages, all those comes under utility templates. Not only that, even the order updates or that's what transaction notification, all this comes under utility templates. So what we can do is we can convert our marketing messages to utility template. How? Very simple. You can try using different phases, like as informed previously, or as we know, or it's a reminder too. Something like this. These phrases, if you are using in the marketing template also, it will be accepted or it will be approved by MetaBots as a utility template, right? And comparatively, utility templates have higher delivery rates than the marketing templates. Also, the cost is lesser for the utility template than the marketing template. So I guess this is very clear, and this is very important point to increase the delivery rate and to decrease your reduce like the cost. Okay, so basically what we are doing, we know due to the marketing template delivery policy, the messages aren't reaching for various users and the delivery rate is low. So for that, we are converting the marketing template to utility template using certain phrases. So you can try it out with while creating a template. Make sure you are using the phrases like this so that the bots will approve your template as a utility template. And you can start sending them with less charge. You can send your marketing template. Okay, this is one of the things. And the third thing is encouraging user initiated conversations. So as I told, for the first every month 1,000 conversation which is initiated by the users is free of cost. Okay, is not charged by Meta. So what we can do, we can use click to chat widgets in your website or in your landing pages, etc. What you're doing, just downloading image or anything of WhatsApp, you are adding it in your website or in your landing page, and you are linking that with the API. Okay, so when they click on the button or when they click on WhatsApp, they'll be automatically redirected to text you, so that they are initiating the conversation and you're just sending the message to them or reply to them within that 24 hours window, right? So this is the thing. You can use the chat, click to chat widgets, or you can use click to text kind of links, etc., so that you're sending the messages. And also coming to the templates, you can use buttons in every template, because buttons, when you are sending, you can see a high engagement rates. When you're asking users to reply something, the response rate decreases. But when you add buttons, we have seen the engagement rate shoots up more than 50%. Response rate shoots up. Okay, so make sure to use all these kinds of button, like quick reply buttons, like you're asking your users to buy now or something. Then you can create a chatbot to respond for that. When they click on this button, what response you want to send, right? Or URL if you want to redirect them to particular URL or registering anything. Or if you want to call them, if you want them to call you, or some offer codes, etc. You can use these buttons to increase your response rate as well as to get engagement from your users. Right? And then moving further, controlling bulk messaging means as a businesses, like you might have a entire customer list, and if you're sending exactly same message to all the users without personalization, then there are very high chances that the message delivery rate also will be decreased, and also the engagement will be decreased. So to avoid that, you can send the targeted messages. You can segment your users and send targeted messages to particular users, tailored messages, personalized messages using variables, parameters available in the template. So you can do this instead of sending one message to entire customer list, which is sometimes if the user feels it irrelevant, there are high chances they block the number, or the engagement rate is dropping and your quality rating is also dropping, right? And in the worst case, if they block or if they do not respond, whatever the money or whatever the cost you have spent on that particular conversation is going waste. To avoid that, you can send a targeting messages. And then we have a chatbots. Chatbots, I'll just show you, like you can use the chatbots for handling frequently asked questions, right? So what you can do, you can go to BSM. So auto responses can be given in two different forms. One is using chatbot. So chatbot, let's say whatever quick reply buttons you have added, and whatever the message you want to send to the users when they click on the button, you can create a chatbot response to that. This is one way. And the other way is you're adding a sequence of messages, sequence of auto responses to the users. So I'll show you one by one. One is a chatbot. Creating chatbot is very simple. You will click on add chatbot. You will give a keys. Now let's say if someone is sending a support, right? Or some users is sending you help. So basically, whatever the keywords the user is sending you, you can just add it as a keyword. The keyword can be anything. It can be alphanumeric, it can be just a numerical, it can be alphabet, anything. Okay, you can also check whether you can is it case sensitive or in case sensitive, anything. Okay, and once you have added the keys, you can add the template which you want to send them as soon as someone is sending you these keywords. This is one way. And the other way, if you want to send any message, because user is sending you the message, right? User is sending you particular keyword and you are sending the message. That means there is no charge on this message. For 24 hours, there is no charges, right? So you can use this message. You can also add image, audio, video, document, and forms. Forms we will show you in other sessions too. And if you want to add a list, like multiple buttons, usually what is the difference between buttons and list is, if you are sending through buttons, there is like 3 buttons you can send. But if you're using list, you can have different sections, different rows, and multiple buttons you're sending through list. Or if you want to send URL, everything can be sent with the session messages. And sequence message. Okay, sequence I'll show you. So basically what is happening when the user is sending you any message, the BSM will detect the keywords and it will send a particular message, whatever you have scheduled, right? And you can also give a title to it so that you will have an idea what chatbot it is. It will not be visible to the users. So once you have created chatbot, you can also see the leads. Means if the user has sent you the message, like how many people have triggered that particular chatbot. And if I want, I can export this as an Excel. Okay, so this is a thing about chatbots. Coming to sequence. Sequence is like, you are creating a sequence of messages, sequence of auto responses. Now, let's say I'm just clicking on, or I can create a new sequence by clicking on add sequence. You will give a sequence name and you will create a new sequence. I'll just edit a sequence which is already available. So here, if you want to send any message, you can add the message. So you can add multiple images also, right? You want to send various products, you want to add various products and you want to add the caption for that, you can do that. Or if it is not necessary, you want to just send a normal message, text message, you can do that as well. Okay. Once added message, now let's say you want to send a button message. We'll just click on button. So there are three kinds of, like you can add up to 3 buttons. So you can add the button titles, or let's say ask your question, or hi, how may I help you? Maybe like webinar details or upcoming events, or personal consultation, right? You can add the things. Okay. Now, if someone is clicking on webinar details, what message you want to send them? You can add the message, or you have more number of webinars. Then what you can do, you can just remove this and you can add list. So list in the sense you can add more than, here you can see various sections you can add and various rows you can add. Okay, so like this you can create a auto response. For now, I'll show you one of a sequence which we had created for one of the customer. Okay, this. So this we had created for a restaurant purpose. So if they are sending a message, you can see like as after the message, a particular message is triggering. And in this message, there is a button. So if someone is clicking on view menu, then they'll be automatically getting this particular message, whatever the menu, whatever the section, different section with the list. And if someone is clicking on table, book a table, they're getting a message, whatever we have scheduled. And if someone is clicking on special offers, we have various offers. And for every offer, we have a message. So like this, you can build up your sequence, right? Easy to create chatbots or easy to create auto responses. You can build up your sequence. And once the sequence is built up, every sequence has a unique code, right? So I can copy this code and I can use it as a button in my template. This is one way. Or if I want, I can also send it to the users. Now let's say to this person, I want to send a sequence. I can just go click on other type. I can send a session message or I can send a sequence directly. Okay, so this is another way. So what we are doing, we are using chatbots to manage the cost or to handle the FAQs. Okay, so basically we have covered the things like how to use 24 hours window, like response faster, and you can use this 24 hours window to upsell or give more information about your existing products or other services, whatever you are giving them. And how to use utility templates. Basically, we saw in the marketing templates, the delivery rates is decreasing because of the delivery policy. To avoid that, you can convert your marketing template to utility template to increase or to get a 100% delivery rate with less cost, because utility templates cost way less than marketing templates, right? And encouraging user initiated conversations, you can add buttons, you can add click to chat widgets in your website and landing pages. And controlling bulk messages, so instead of randomly sending bulk messages to 10,000 5,000, you can segment the users and send targeted messages, personalized messages to them. And you can use chatbots and manage the cost. Means as soon as someone is responding to you in the 24 hours window, your chatbot is working for you. Your chatbot is sending the messages to you. Okay, so this is a very short session and high impactful session where you have seen how to save the cost and how to increase the delivery rates.